The Essex whale attack. Real story behind Moby Dick. On August 12, 1819, the whale ship Essex departed Nantucket Island with 20 crew members expecting a routine 2-year hunting expedition in the Pacific. Captain George Pollard, Jr. commanded an experienced crew aboard a sturdy vessel designed for the dangerous but profitable business of harvesting sperm whale oil. 15 months into their voyage, on November 20, 1820, an enormous sperm whale attacked their ship without provocation. The massive creature deliberately rammed the Essex twice, crushing the hull and sending the vessel to the bottom of the Pacific Ocean. The crew found themselves 1,000 miles from the nearest land, with only 3 small boats and minimal supplies. Their 90-day ordeal at sea became a descent into horror. As starvation and dehydration took hold, the men's psychological condition deteriorated rapidly. When crew members died, the survivors consumed their flesh to stay alive. Eventually, they drew lots to determine who among the living would be killed to feed the others. First mate Owen Chase published a contemporary account of their experience that later inspired Herman Melville to write Moby Dick, making this the most thoroughly documented case of survival cannibalism in maritime history. Yet even this maritime horror would pale beside what happened when religious authorities made catastrophic decisions about preserving the dead. The funeral of Pope Pius XII exploded during procession. When Pope Pius XII died in October 1958, he left specific instructions that his body should remain unaltered by traditional embalming procedures. The Vatican's personal physician, Dr. Riccardo Galeazzi Lisi, decided to experiment with an untested preservation method using aromatic oils, resins, and plastic wrapping instead of proper chemical embalming. Rome's unusually warm autumn weather created the perfect conditions for disaster. During the lying-in-state period, the Pope's body began decomposing rapidly despite the experimental treatment. Visitors noticed a growing smell emanating from the ornate casket as thousands filed past to pay their respects. The funeral procession on November 9, 1958, became a nightmare that shocked the Catholic world. As pallbearers carried the coffin through St. Peter's Square, the Pope's chest cavity suddenly imploded with an audible sound. His corpse turned bright green before the horrified eyes of thousands of mourners and international dignitaries. Vatican officials scrambled to manage the unprecedented crisis as photographers captured images of the decomposing pontiff. The experimental preservation had failed catastrophically, creating one of the most grotesque public spectacles in modern religious history. Dr. Galeazzi Lisi faced professional disgrace, and Vatican funeral protocols changed permanently. How did an experiment become a public nightmare?